Welcome to the another session, and today for this class I have chosen the topic memory, computer memory. Uh, I am going to explain memory as a human being needs memory to memorize the things as you need the memory to memorize your lessons, your studies. So a computer also needs memory to store some things, to store the data, to store information, and store all types of softwares which are necessary for its functioning. So basically, memory can be divided as into two types. Number one is primary memory, and it is also known as main memory, and another type is secondary memory. So the main memory has another name also. It is also known as immediate access store, IAS. So this is another name for main memory. So what is the use of IAS? It stores the data that is required by the CPU at a particular time. For example, CPU is working and it needs, for a particular function, it needs some data. So that data is stored, that data is supplied by IAS. That is why it is known as immediate access store. That means immediately it can be accessed. This data can be accessed from this memory by CPU. So it is known as immediate access store. Then coming to primary memory is the main memory. You are already well aware about this. In your this previous classes, you know that primary memory is the main memory of the computer. So in it, data is stored, and the data stored in primary memory is accessed quickly by the CPU. So whenever CPU has to process the data, it can access it from primary memory. So primary memory can be now classified as into two types. Number one is read-only memory, another type is random access memory. So coming to read-only memory, it is abbreviated as ROM, ROM. So ROM, it is stored inside the computer, inside the CPU box, and you can see here the diagram of this. You can see from book page number 33. Here only a small portion is this. Yes, now I am showing you. This is the ROM chip. So this is the ROM chip. So you can see it is located inside the CPU. So it contains the instructions which are necessary for starting of the computer. When you are going to start the computer, at that very much moment the computer needs some data, and it fetches this data from the ROM. So ROM contains those program sets or those types of softwares which are needed by the computer for the startup process, and that startup process is also known as booting. So for booting the computer you need this memory. Then we can go ahead. The types of ROM, there are almost three types. Number one is programmable ROM. What is programmable ROM? It refers to a memory from which the written data cannot be erased or changed. बिकॉज इसको प्रोग्राम किया गया होता है लिखने के लिए, तो इसमें जो भी डेटा होता है इसमें हम वो चेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं, ना हम वो इरेज कर सकते हैं, किसी भी प्रोसेस से हम उसको डेटा को इरेज नहीं कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो टू राइट द डेटा यू नीड अ स्पेशल डिवाइस विच इज़ नोन एज प्रॉम प्रोग्रामर. आपको इसके लिए एक स्पेशल डिवाइस की ज़रूरत पड़ती है जिसको प्रॉम प्रोग्रामर कहा जाता है, एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दैट प्रोग्रामर यू राइट द डेटा इन द PROM. This is also you can say like PROM or programmable ROM. You can also pronounce it. Then I'm going to another type. It is erasable programmable read-only memory. It means programmable read-only memory, but that type of memory, programmable memory, which can be erased. So for that erasing some process, we can have some process. So how can we erase it? The data can be erased using ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays, which you say UV लाइट और यूवी रेज, अल्ट्रावायलेट रेज, उनका फ्रीक्वेंसी रेंज थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है, उनका ये वेव लेंथ भी ज़्यादा होता है. ऑलमोस्ट यू हैव रेड दिस कंसेप्ट इन फिजिक्स. सो यूवी रेज आपको ज़रूरत पड़ते हैं इससे ये डेटा इरेज करने के लिए. ओके. नाउ थर्ड टाइप इज इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली इरेजेबल प्रोग्रामेबल रीड ओनली मेमोरी, EEPROM. ओके. सो इसमें क्या होता है, इसमें हम एक प्रोसेस करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिकल प्रोसेस हम यूज़ करते हैं, एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दैट प्रोसेस इलेक्ट्रॉन इमिशन हो जाता है. इलेक्ट्रॉन, यू नो, दिस इज़ द फंडामेंटल पार्टिकल ऑफ एन एटम. तो उसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इमिट हो जाते हैं, एंड उस वहाँ पे एक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस हो जाता है जिसको इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड कहते हैं. एंड उस फील्ड की मदद से, उस प्रोसेस की मदद से द डेटा ऑन ए रोम चिप इज इरेज्ड. ओके. नाउ वी कैन गो टू रैम, and RAM stands for random access memory. See beta, as the name suggests, why this is known as random access, because the contents of this memory can be randomly accessed. Here I will like to quote an example. For example, you have an index of the book and you are going to first unit, then you are going to second unit in a rhythmic order. But at several times you need that you want to go to unit number 5, which is on page number 80 or page number 70 of the book. You directly open the book at that very much page. Okay? Are you getting me? I hope that I have told you this example and you have understood it, this example. So I mean to say that the data can be accessed randomly. Okay. It is not this in a random order. We can go to any page, any memory location, any type of data which is at any location. So we don't keep a rhythmic order this into consideration. We can go to any data at a particular moment. So in these types of memories we can go to any type of data. So these are known as random access memories, and the examples are like hard disk is there, floppy disk is there. You must have not seen floppy disk, but they were in use since some 10 to 15 years back. Floppies were used, but nowadays there are so many memory devices which are used, so they are not used much. And after that, RAM is again of two types. Static RAM is there, dynamic RAM is there. Static RAM is abbreviated as SRAM and dynamic RAM is abbreviated as DRAM. So dynamic RAM needs to be refreshed many times. जो डायनेमिक रैम होता है इसको हमें बहुत बार रिफ्रेश करना पड़ता है, और जो स्टैटिक रैम होता है इसको हमें ज़्यादा रिफ्रेश करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है. एंड दिस इज़ फास्टर ऑल्सो, but it is also expensive than the dynamic RAM. So static RAM does not need refreshing, but it is expensive and faster. So secondary memory, now units of memory. I will start from a byte. What is byte? Byte means 8 bits, 0 or 1. Both are known as bits. Okay, zeros are also known as bits, ones are also known as bits. They form a binary number system. There are two digits, zeros and ones. When a combination of 8 bits is taken, they can be all zeros, they can be all ones, or they can be alternately zeros and ones. So combination of 8 bits is known as a byte. Combination of 1024 bytes is known as a kilobyte. But for the sake of this convenience, for the sake of calculation, we ignore 1024. We ignore the 24 bits we ignore, and it is taken as 1000 bytes is kilobyte, and the unit goes further, and 1024 kilobytes are known as megabytes. 1024 megabytes are known as gigabytes. 1024 gigabytes are known as terabytes. 1024 terabytes are known as zettabytes. And here you can see a table. This is on book page number 37. 37 पेज नंबर पे आपको एक टेबल मिलेगा, उसमें ये जो यूनिट्स हैं ये एक्सपेंड करके दिए गए हैं, इनका वैल्यू है. एंड इट गोज टू जीटा बाइट, देन योटा बाइट, देन ब्रोंटो बाइट, एंड देन जियोप बाइट. ओके, तो ये यूनिट बहुत आगे तक जाएगा अभी. तो इन द ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम यू विल कम टू नो अबाउट दीज यूनिट्स. देन आई एम गोइंग टू And there's a floppy disk. What is the structure of floppy disk? Floppy disk is actually a small, this square shaped in this figure on the right side of the corner. You can see this is a floppy disk. It is a small plastic like material, and it has a magnetic material here in front of it in the form of a square. So that magnetic material holds the this data, and its size is almost 3 to 4 inches. It is in size, and they come in different sizes. And the capacity of a floppy disk is 1.44 MB. ओके तो इतना ही डेटा आप इसमें फ्लॉपी डिस्क में स्टोर कर सकते हो. देन देयर इज हार्ड डिस्क. अबाउट हार्ड डिस्क यू आर ऑलरेडी अवेयर that hard disk is the main storage center of the PC, so it is known as data center of the PC. Remember this term. And now having a look at the hard disk, the structure of the hard disk, there is a spindle, there is a motor, there is platter, there is read write heads, and there is a actuator. Okay, so platters are actual disks inside the drive that store data. जो disks होते हैं जिनमें data store रहता है, because you know hard disk holds the maximum amount of the data of a computer system. अगर हमें external storage हम use नहीं करेंगे तो hard disk में पूरा data जो भी हम store रखते हैं कंप्यूटर में इसी में रहता है. Therefore it is the main data storage center of the computer. And then there is the structure. In structure platters, I have already told you that in platters they store the data. They are disk like structures, they store the data. So then the spindle is there. What is spindle? The platters in a drive are separated by disk spacers and are clamped to a rotating spindle that turns all the platters together. जो platter होते हैं इनको जो turn करता है वो spindle होता है, और spindle motor and spindle जो होता है इनका function होता है उनको turn करना. And they are built into the spindle or mounted directly below it. तो वो उसके नीचे माउंट किए होते हैं. माउंट मीन्स फिक्स किए होते हैं. एंड द स्पिनिंग प्लेटर्स आर एट constant set rate ranging from 3600 to 7200 RPM. RPM means rotations per minute. See beta, whenever the data is read from the hard disk, these disks start rotation, and the rate of the rotation is 3600 to 7200, that is 7200 per minute. तो इतनी rotations हो जाती है तो इससे data हम read कर सकते हैं, because अंदर से इनको मतलब उस time hard disk के अंदर movement हो जाती है, and these spindle and spindle motor is meant for that type of movement. Then there is read write head. Read write head, what is the function of the read write head? They write the data to the platters. Data जब platters पे लिखा जाता है, जो भी data हम hard disk में रखते हैं, तो they are responsible for writing that data on the hard disk. Then there is head actuator. All the heads are attached to a single head. What is a head actuator? It is actually a single head to which all the heads, other heads are attached. And the actuator arm is that it helps to move the heads around the platters. Platters के इर्द गिर्द जब rotation में heads घूमते हैं तो head actuator उसी function के लिए it is meant for that function. Then there is solid state drive, SSD. This is a similar storage device. You will go to this, you can have this from your book. So this is your homework. Then there is compact disc CD. CD does not need any introduction. CDs you have seen, video CDs, you have used this CDs for sometimes for entertainment. That means some entertaining songs or some videos, or even you are playing some games. So CDs contain that data. They are polished surfaces, and they have magnetic material inside, and then they are read only memories. That means we can read from a CD. We can have a CD and we can read from it, but we cannot write something from our own into a CD. Remember this. So CD stands for compact disc. Why this is known as compact disc? Because data is written in the compact form, and its structure is also very much compact. Okay. Then there is CD disc recordable, CDR, मीन्स दैट CD विच कैन बी रिकॉर्डेड, जिसमें हम अपना कुछ रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं. वो एम्प्टी होती है और एज पर आवर नीड समटाइम्स वी स्टोर सम म्यूजिक, समटाइम्स वी स्टोर any video in this. At that time we use CD recordable. Then there is CD rewritable, means once it can be erased, once the data can be erased, and another time we can write some different data in it, so it is rewritable, means which can be written the second time or third time, which is rewritable. It is known as CD or W. Then there is DVD. DVD is digital versatile disc. So this is DVD is again this fully fledged form of CD, means if CD has less capacity but a DVD has large capacity, and DVDs again are this recordable. Then DVD-R is it uses a technology which is known as WORM technology for writing the data. So they are available in these capacities of like 4.7 or 9.4 GB capacities. That means 4.7 GBs of data can be stored inside a DVD. Then there is DVD-ROM. So they are read-only memories. Then there is DVD-RW, that means rewritable DVDs. Then there is Blu-ray disc. You have seen a Blu-ray disc. It is shown again here. The diagram of Blu-ray disc is shown here. So you will go through this Blu-ray disc. It is just like this DVD, and capacity can store from 25 gigabytes. Okay, so it has a large capacity, gigabytes, to almost 50 gigabytes, because it has a dual layer. Okay, the data storage is in the form of 2 layers. Okay, and it is also known as Blu-ray disc association. That means BDA is the pronunciation for this. BDA, Blu-ray Blu-ray disc association. Then there are BD-ROM, BDR. Then there is BDR, means it can be recorded. ROM means read only. No data writing can be done in BD-ROM. Then there is BD-RW, that means it can be rewritten many times, this type of Blu-ray disc. And then there is BD-RE, which means it can be rewrite using HD video. HD video means high definition video. तो जो जिस वीडियो की बहुत ज़्यादा ये साइज़ होता है, कैपेसिटी होती है, तो उस टाइप का वीडियो हम इसमें BD-RE में लिख सकते हैं. Then there is units of memory. I have already explained you units of memory, and here a quick revision is done again. What I just told you about bits and bytes, and then I told you that on the page number 37 of the book you will find a table. Here is the table. So these units are summarized here. Please go through this and try to remember the value of these units for measuring the computer memory. Then there is portable memory devices. इसमें तो pen drives आती है. Pen drive तो मतलब this is a common thing, most common thing. And pen drives are also known as universal serial buses, that means USBs. और जिस पोर्ट में ये पढ़ते हैं pen drive हमारे सिस्टम में, those ports are known as USB ports, and these are also known as flash drives. They are small, they are lightweighted, they are portable. They can be we can put them in our pocket, and we can it is very easy to transfer them, and the data is almost in GBs. It can store data in GBs. Okay, and it has two versions. One is USB 2.0 and another is USB 3.0. Then there is memory stick. You will go through it, and with this all we have almost completed computer memory. And please better do the question answers. They are very much easy objective type questions. You will do it yourselves, because there you can find key terms are also there, and theoretical questions are already solved here. So computer memory should be completed very soon, because almost we have completed it today. So go through the exercise and try to write the exercise, and whenever you feel difficulty you can ask me. I can send you those questions which you are not able to do. Okay, best of luck for this chapter. Please prepare this chapter. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.